He might be the first one to out of the room.
You ready, Ann? Okay. No, you're good.
He's got to sign in first.
Okay. All right, it is 7 p.m. I'd like to call the Tiffin City Council meeting of Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024 to order. The invocation and pledge of allegiance will be led by Councilmember Hayes.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather together today. Thank you for the gifts that you've given us to lead the city of Tiffin. Help us to always to do your will and to do what is best for our constituents. We ask that you continue to watch over us, to bless us, and to guide us. Amen.
Amen. Stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I will ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Councilmember Hayes.
Here.
Councilmember Herniman.
Here.
Councilmember Kaler.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Here.
Councilmember Reesner.
Here.
Councilmember Snee.
Here.
And Councilmember Thacker.
Present. Let the record show all 7 members of council are present. Minutes from December 18th, 2023, regular and committee of the whole meetings were distributed. Are there any questions, corrections, or deletions on those? Okay, seeing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. Councilmember Reesner.
I have a motion. I move to appoint Ann Forrest to Clerk of Courts, term beginning January 1st, 2024 through December 13th of 2025.
Okay, thank you. There is a motion to appoint Ann Forrest to the Clerk of Council for the term specified. Is there a second? Councilmember Thacker.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, I will ask the Law Director to call the vote, please.
Sure. Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Horniman,
Yes.
Councilmember Reesner,
Yes.
Councilmember Snee,
Yes.
Councilmember Kaler,
Yes.
Councilmember Thacker,
Yes.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries with a vote of 7-0. Are you good on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Ian, I'll have you stand where you are if you don't mind. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I, Ann E. Forrest,
I, Annie Forrest,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of
the
America,
Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter of the City of Tiffin.
and the Charter of the City of Tiffin.
I will in all respects
I will, in all respects,
uphold and enforce
uphold and enforce
the general laws
the general laws
of the State of Ohio
State of Ohio
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Tiffin,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Tiffin,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of Clerk of Council
the duties of Clerk of Council
of the City of Tiffin, Seneca County, Ohio,
of the City of Tiffin, Seneca County, Ohio,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ann, thank you very much. Did you want to make the second motion?
That's my second motion.
For pro tem.
Oh, President Pro Tem, yes.
Councilmember Reesner.
I move to appoint Cheyane Thacker, President Pro Temp, Tiffin City Council, for a 2-year term beginning January 1st, 2024, ending December 31st of 2025.
Thank you. There is a motion to appoint Cheyane Thacker to President Pro Tempore for the specified duration. Is there a second, Councilmember Horniman?
I'll second it.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, I'll ask the clerk to call the vote, please.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Herniman.
Yes.
Taylor.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Reesner.
Yes.
Snee.
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes. Thank you. The motion carries with a vote of 7-0.
All right. Thacker, you gotta take your oath again. Raise your right hand, please. Repeat after me. I, Cheyane L. Thacker,
I, Cheyane L. Thacker,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter of the City of Tiffin.
and the Charter of the City of Tiffin.
I will in all respects
I will in all respects
uphold and enforce
uphold and enforce
the general laws of the State of Ohio
the general laws of the State of Ohio
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Tiffin,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Tiffin,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of
and will faithfully discharge the duties of
President Pro Tem
President Pro Tem
of the City of Tiffin, Seneca County, Ohio,
of the City of Tiffin, Seneca County, Ohio,
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congrats to both of you. The next order of business before we get into committee reports is the standing committee assignments. So I'm just going to go through those really quick. Starting out with Finance Committee, the Finance Committee Chair is going to be Councilmember Reesner, and then the members of that committee are Councilmember Jones as well as Councilmember Kaler. Law and Community Planning, the chair for that committee is Councilmember Kaler, and the members are Councilmember Hayes as well as Councilmember Snee. For Materials and Equipment, the chair for that committee is Councilmember Jones, and the members are Councilmember Hayes as well as Councilmember Reesner. Personnel and Labor Relations, the chair is Councilmember Hayes, and the members are Councilmember Kaler as well as Councilmember Thacker. Recreation and Public Property, the chair is Councilmember Snee, and the members are Councilmember Jones and Councilmember Horniman. Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers, the chair is Councilmember Thacker, and the members are Councilmember Jones, Councilmember Horniman, Councilmember Reesner, and Councilmember Snee. And then for Economic Development and Downtown Planning, the chair is Councilmember Horniman, and the members are Councilmember Jones and Councilmember Thacker. So any questions on those committee assignments? Okay. Awesome. So moving into the committee reports, as I imagine there are not any committee reports, but we'll go through these. Councilmember Reesner for the Finance Committee.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Law and Community Planning, Councilmember Kaler.
No report, Madam President.
Materials and Equipment, Councilmember Jones.
No report, Madam President.
Personnel and Labor Relations, Councilmember Hayes.
No report, Madam President.
Recreation and Public Property, Councilmember Snee.
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers, Councilmember Thacker.
No report, Madam President.
And Economic Development and Downtown Planning, Councilmember Horniman.
No report, Madam President.
Awesome, thank you. For Committee of the Whole, does anyone see the need to schedule a Committee of the Whole meeting? Okay, we are now under reports of the officers. His Honor Mayor Lee Wilkinson.
Thank you, President Boyle. To the honorable members of City Council and the citizens of Tiffin, I am pleased to present this report to the first City Council meeting of the new term, which marks the beginning of a promising new year for Tiffin. As we embark on the journey of 2024, I'm honored to serve as your mayor. I'm eager to work with each and every one of you to address the needs of our community. But first, I would like to thank the former Mayor Mons and former Mayor Don Yanantuno, former and present City Council members, city staff, and community members for their dedication and support in working to improve the quality of life for the residents of Tiffin over the past few years. As we set our sights in the future, it's critical to set priorities that will guide our actions in the coming months. The key focus areas include continued economic development, stimulating local businesses and attracting new businesses and industry, and continuing to work on housing are important to ensuring our economic vitality. Speaking of stimulating the local businesses, the program that's currently going on to help our local businesses, the Shop Small, Win Big program is still going on until the end of January. If anybody out there needs information about that, you can get it at the chamber, and you can give them a call or just stop by. Infrastructure upgrades are going to be really important to us as we continue to grow. Continued investment in our infrastructure is essential, including our roads, bridges, and sewers. Community safety is always important. Ensuring the safety of our residents remains a top priority, making sure that the police and fire departments are well-staffed and well-equipped. Engaging with our residents is a fundamental to the success of any program that we start. We need to encourage active participation in the decision-making process. Open and transparent communication will be the cornerstone of our efforts to build a stronger and more inclusive community. Financial accountability is critical in achieving our goals also. I will work closely with the city department heads and city council to ensure responsible budgeting and seek grant opportunities to support our initiatives while maintaining financial sustainability. And finally, education and youth programs will work towards strengthening our partnerships with the schools and the public library to create and enhance educational opportunities for all residents, especially our young people. I'm confident that by working together, we can overcome challenges and make our city even better place to live, work, go to school, and play. I look forward to a productive term and the opportunity to collaborate with each of you in the best interests of our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, before we continue, we do have a special guest from the State Auditor's Office. Special guest, State Auditor's Office.
Good evening. My name is Lori Brody, and I'm the Northwest Regional Liaison for State Auditor Keith Faber. And it is my honor to be here this evening with you at your council meeting to present the city with the Auditor of State's Award. Thank you very much. But I am here and happy to do this in person this evening. And I have been here in the past, so this is not a first-time thing for anybody new, but you have received this award before. But it's important, I think, to note that about 6,000 entities each year are audited by the State Auditor's Office, and of that, only about 8% are even eligible for this award. The award's presented to local governments and school districts that complete their financial audit and that they have what is called a clean audit. And you might remember this list from before, but I'll bore you with it for some people, but the finance lovers might like it. That you have to complete all the following things. You must file all your financial reports with the auditor state within 150 days of fiscal year end. To have a clean audit, you can have no findings for recovery, material citations, material weaknesses, significant deficiencies, single audit findings, or question cost. In the management letter that you receive, you can have no comments related to ethics referrals, question costs less than $10,000, a lack of timely report submission, reconciliation problems, failure to obtain the timely single audit, findings for recovery less than $100. You cannot have any public meeting or public records infractions as well. So essentially, you cannot have really any mistakes the whole entire year. So I think the award represents just the work of all your city employees, because I think it takes everybody every day doing their job, so nothing is missed. I also think it takes the mayor and council, so I'm happy to be able to see all of you this evening because you have done an excellent job accounting for every dollar in the city. I especially want to come and recognize your finance department and your finance director in particular, Kathy Kaufman, because I think she has outstanding leadership, professionalism, and just her commitment to fiscal integrity, and that those of who work with her have just done a really good job. So on behalf of State Auditor Keith Faber, I present the city with another Auditor of State Award for 2022. Congratulations. Good job again. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And that concludes my report.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Any questions for the mayor? Yes.
I just want to commend Kathy for all the work she does. We are so very lucky to have Kathy at the city, and it's a testament to her that she continues to have people that she surrounds herself with and continues to get this award every year. It's really incredible. In fact,
We're very grateful to have you, Kathy. Thank you. All right, moving on to Clerk of Council and Forrest. Any report this evening?
No report, Madam President.
Thank you. Director of Finance, Kathy Kaufman.
Thank you, Madam President. I just had a couple comments. I appreciate Lori taking the time to come out and present this award. And I just want to say how much it really means to have everyone working together. And I have an outstanding staff, and everyone that I work with has really contributed to this going and flowing so smoothly. So, I mean, you can't really pinpoint one particular thing. It's just, it really is the group of the whole working together that makes this happen. So I appreciate everyone that has helped make this work out. It is a lot of work, like she said, to be able to even be eligible, but we're just so happy to win this award. Really appreciate everyone's help. And then the other item was, I just wanted to speak a little bit about ordinance 24-1 that's in your packet. And then I think there was a listing that was added later as a change order. So this is, the mayor touched on this in the committee of the whole. This is all of the open purchase orders from 2023, and there are a couple 2022s still, that we have, council has previously appropriated all of these funds in the budget. And for whatever reason, it could be, maybe it's a December utility bill that we don't normally receive the invoice until January. So we want to make sure we pay December's bills with December's money. Otherwise, that has to come out of the next year's budget, and that's not budgeted for. It could be something that we ordered. You can't order anything without opening a purchase order. And so whatever it might be an item that we're looking to buy. It might be parts for things like repairing traffic lights and things like that. You have to have a purchase order open. So we have not either had these items come in yet, or we have not received the bill for these yet. So these are not budgeted for in 2024. So that's why we need to have council approve of these open purchase orders going forward into the 2024 budget. The reason we're asking for suspension is we're asking that we don't have to read it 3 times, because when we're going to pay these bills, you would have to make sure you don't use the 2023 purchase orders or anything earlier until it's approved. And this could cause some of our payments to be late. We want to make sure that we pay these as the invoices come in. So I just wanted to explain a little bit more about that. Anybody have any questions about that?
Thank you. That makes sense. Any questions? Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Director of Laws, Zachary Fowler.
Zach's plenty fine, but thank you, Madam President. Yeah, just to piggyback off of what Kathy said real quick, you'll see in the ordinance too that there's the reference to the codified ordinance that allows it, but essentially you're just carrying out what's in that ordinance, which is to approve that carryover. But just to give you a quick update on the law director's office. I think most of you know at this point, but our city prosecutor and administrative assistant are back here at the city now. And I think they're fitting in mostly. I think her computer will be here soon and everybody will be happy, and then we're good. As I mentioned at committee of the whole, just to kind of refresh real quick, is there's a couple of things you got to check the boxes off. One of those is the ethics law. Human Resources will get with you and give you that packet and have you sign that. That is something that I think by statute is within 15 days. So if you get it done by next council meeting, you're fine. The other is public records. We talked about that. You got to get that done at some point during your term, that training. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. And then your financial disclosures, you have to do that by May 15th. So don't forget about that. And that is it.
Awesome. Thank you. Any questions for the law director? Okay, thank you. We are now under written communications.
We have Mayor's request for legislation number 24-1, appointments to 2024 City of Tiffin boards and commissions.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 24-1 will be assigned to the Personnel and Labor Relations Committee.
And then new this evening was Mayor's request for legislation number 24-02, authorization for the city administrator to order supplies and facilitate contract to repair damaged equipment.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 24-02 will be assigned to the Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 24-03, inventory of City of Tiffin urban forest.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 24-03 will be assigned to the Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers Committee.
Mayor's request for legislation number 24-04, road salt competitive acquisition.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 24-04 will also be assigned to the Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers Committee.
And Mayor's request for legislation number 24-05, authorization for city administrator to enter into an agreement with an engineering firm.
Thank you. Mayor's request for legislation number 24-05 will be assigned to the Street, Sidewalks, and Sewers Committee.
And that concludes the written communications.
Thank you. We are now under oral communications. Anyone wishing to address council may step to the podium, sign in, and direct their questions to myself. All right. Okay, seeing none, we are now under motions. Are there any motions this evening? Okay, we are now under resolutions and ordinances.
Resolution number 2024-3, introduced by Aaron Jones, a resolution authorizing the sale during calendar year 2024 of municipally owned personal property which is not needed for public use or which is obsolete or unfit for the use for which it was acquired by internet auction pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 721.15D, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. This is the first reading of Resolution 2024-3. Councilmember Jones.
A motion that we move for immediate passage of Resolution 2024-3.
Thank you. There is a motion for immediate passage of Resolution 2024-3. Is there a second? Councilmember Horniman.
I'll second it.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, we'll first vote on the emergency.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Herniman.
Yes.
Kaler.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Reesner.
Yes.
Snee.
Yes.
And Thacker.
Yes.
Emergency passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Herniman.
Yes.
Kaler.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Reesner.
Yes.
Snee. And
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Resolution 2024-3 passes with a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance number 2024-1, introduced by Kevin Reesner, an ordinance amending Budget Ordinance 23-94 to provide funds for expenditures approved in 2023 for projects which were not fully completed in that year and must be carried over into 2024.
Thank you. This is the first reading of Ordinance 2024-1. Councilmember Reesner.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for immediate passage of ordinance 2024-1, suspending City Council's three-reading rule.
Thank you. There is a motion for suspension of council's three-reading rule and immediate passage of ordinance 2024-1. Is there a second? Councilmember Thacker.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? Councilmember Reesner.
As we discussed in the Committee of the Whole, and as our Finance Director just mentioned, this is for line items from 2023 that still need paid.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Okay, seeing none, we will first vote on the suspension.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Herniman.
Yes.
Kaler.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Reesner.
Yes.
Snee. And
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Suspension passes with a vote of 7-0. We'll now vote on the passage.
Councilmember Hayes.
Yes.
Herniman.
Yes.
Kaler.
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Reesner.
Yes.
Snee. And
Yes.
Thacker.
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-1 passes with a vote of 7-0.
And that concludes the legislation.
Thank you. We are now under other business. The agenda, is there any other business to come before council this evening? Councilmember Hayes.
Yes, I'd like to announce a meeting of the Personnel and Labor Relations Committee. It will take place Monday, January 8th at 5:30 here in council chambers. We will discuss mayor's request for legislation 24-1. This is the appointments to the 2024 City of Tiffin boards and commissions, and we will discuss any other business that comes before the committee.
Perfect. Thank you. Councilmember Thacker.
I would also like to announce a Street Sidewalk Sewers Committee meeting on January 8th, immediately following the Personnel and Labor Relations Committee meeting. And this is for mayor's request for legislation 24-02, 24-03, 24-04, 24-05. And any other business that comes before that committee.
The newbie did better. Thank you. Is there any other business to come before council this evening? Awesome. Well, thank you all very much for your time. If there's no other business, we can adjourn. Thank you. Efficient.
Starting off strong.